Hey guys, this is Troy from cleveland.com, here with a new segment I like to call the Stalking Dead, where we obsess over all of the activities on the latest episode of Season 5 of AMC's hit show, The Walking Dead. Needless to say, spoilers lie ahead. First up, let's look at this past week's episode called Four Walls and a Roof, in which we lost two essential characters to this season. First up was Gareth, the leader of Terminus, and the group that turned into the Hunters, who, and by association, were cannibals who kidnapped Bob and ate his leg. Now, Gareth and his crew met their demise at the church during the slaughter, in which Rick and company outsmarted them and then butchered them. It's really key to see that Gareth disappeared and is gone from the show in just 3 episodes into Season 5, showing that the showrunners have learned, in my opinion, from their mistake of Season 4, where things moved along way too slowly. So we're going to see this action that's been going on continue to pick up as we move into more storylines. Secondly, we lost the beloved Bob Stuckey. Now, Bob was one of my favorite characters last season, and he really came into his own. In fact, I think the performance of actor Lawrence Gilliard Jr. is one of the main reasons why Bob stuck around as long as he did. You kind of thought that he was doomed to die, be it that he was getting a little more inspirational with his speeches and that he was becoming closer to Sasha, but still sad to see Bob go. He did have a great final episode, and of course the classic line, tainted meat. Now let's get to the things you guys really are buzzing about on social media. First up, who was with Daryl at the end of the episode, in which Michonne encountered Daryl coming out of the woods and he told someone to come on out. There's been a lot of speculation online. Now the main candidates seem to be Carol, which would be kind of a letdown since we would expect that, and it seemed like Daryl wasn't really happy with the person that was with him. So that's kind of interesting. It also plays into a reason why I don't think it's Carol, and I also don't think it's Beth. So where do those options lie? Some people think it may be Morgan, who made a surprise appearance in the season premiere, but I don't think we're going to see Morgan yet, but of course that's an option. Then there's some other new character options. We have Aaron, who is, for fans of the comic book, one of the recruiters from the Alexandria Safe Zone, which the group eventually winds up at. It could be him. Daryl could have encountered him on his way searching for Beth. It could be the people in the car that sped past Carol and Daryl on their way to the hospital. Daryl could have captured them, and Carol could be holding them hostage as they come out of the woods, and then we could devise a plan where Rick and the group go to the hospital to try to save Beth, I suppose. That's an option. There's also other options for just brand new characters we haven't seen yet. It's going to be a huge reveal in the next episode or two as we get to see what finally happened to Beth. And speaking of Beth, people are wondering, where is she? What is going on? The answer may lie in a video game. The Walking Dead had a video game which was based on the TV series featuring the characters of Daryl and Merle Dixon. The game was called Survival Instinct, and it was pretty popular for a while, but the key there is a hospital in the game where the government does experiments on people as they're still trying to find a cure. I expect some similarities between that and the hospital where Beth is being held, but of course anything's fair game. Now last up, we saw that Abraham, Glenn, Maggie, Rosita, and Eugene took off in the bus and are headed towards Washington, D.C., where Eugene can work with the government on the cure for the outbreak. So the group is splitting up, but this should give us a good opportunity to get some more depth into the backstories of Abraham, Eugene, maybe Rosita, especially Abraham, who was a big force in the trailer for Season 5. And of course, anyone who reads the comic book knows that Abraham has a big part in the story going forward. And of course, part of that is the whole situation going on with Eugene and his supposed cure. I don't want to ruin things for everyone, but that's going to become a central point. Also in the comic book, Rick is with them at this point, but I think Glenn's going to take on that leadership role as Abraham's right-hand man and voice of reason. So it's going to be interesting to see where things go. Of course, I'm a big fan of Abraham for the character, and I'm excited to see what happens to him and what lies ahead. Anyway, I don't know what you guys think. I think this has been one of the best seasons of The Walking Dead so far. Come back next week, we're going to have more for you. Also, special treat, I'm going to be at the Ohio Comic-Con Wizard World this weekend. There's going to be plenty of people from The Walking Dead there, including Norman Reedus, so all you ladies, look out. I'm going to try to get some time with Norman Reedus, or at least get a glimpse of him for you. I'll be back next week. We'll talk more about The Walking Dead. Until then, enjoy.